Great morning, everyone. Happy Monday morning. Hope everybody's, ready and excited to start this week off and get in some excellent trades and some excellent conversations. How's everybody doing today? So today we're gonna just talk, trade talk, uh, have conversations about, expectations and things that, we have going on and, what you guys should expect and, how to handle the different things. First, we're gonna go ahead and talk about the PAM and expectations with the PAM. I just want everybody, to understand and have a good understanding of what to expect with the PAM. So I don't want you to think that um, things are going bad when you see those daily trade reports. I want everybody to understand that you're always going to have open trades. So when you see, excuse me, so when you see those floating P&L, don't freak out just because it shows a negative. It sometimes it's going to show a negative, sometimes it's not. When it does show a negative, it's not a bad thing. Those are still open trades. So we don't want you to freak out and worry about it. In trading, you're going to have times where your trade's going to go long. And that's just, so that we can actually get back to a positive. So don't freak out on it. As long as it shows as an open trade, there are still, a good chance that we are going to close in the positive and not in the negative. That's why they leave them open. Um, Also, with the PAM, I want everybody to understand and think like we think. It's a savings account. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not an overnight success. It's something that's going to change your future. Um, Follow the process. Like we said, you want to put a little money in every month, even if it's $100, $200, whatever you can afford. Um, and over the course of 24 to 36 months, it's going to be life changing. But you have to follow the process. Don't withdraw. Let it sit. Let it compound. The compounding is the key to success. The compounding is what is going to get you that life changing paycheck, paycheck level interest payment. You want that interest level payment of where you get 8,000, 20,000, 30,000 a month. You want to let it build and do the things that it needs to do so that you can actually have that life-changing income, that life-changing financial stability. Um, I just, that's my thing. I like explaining to people about the PAM and helping them to understand that it will change your life, but you have to follow the process and not let it freak you out when things go bad. Nothing is, 100% positive all the time, but this is close. Just let it follow the process. Um, I got Mr. Trey with Special K. Mr. Special K is on the line as well. Good morning, sir.
Morning, morning. Give me 1 second. I'm just shooting this link out to everyone just so some of our members can get on live with us if they want to.
Sir.
But we are streaming everywhere. Actually, I think you need to show a compound calculator. That's what I think. I don't think everybody really get it. Can you, or you need
Let
me
me
to
pull
present?
up. Let me
Go ahead
find
and
it
pull
real
it up.
quick.
Everyone, I'm just super excited, very happy. Looking at the market now and what's coming for the week. I'm also today going to give out the schedule for those who are have the memberships and that type of thing. Going to switch it up a little bit. Actually going to do evening sessions. I think that helps because I know I have a lot of East Coast people and West Coast people, so it's trying to find that time that fits with my trading schedule, and not too late for everyone, even though these are going to be late sessions. Sorry. So you're going to have to switch up on your sleep patterns, you know what I mean? So I'm up late and up early, so I got that disease. I don't know anybody else who has that. Not too sure. I'll turn my camera on in a second. I'm just want to make sure it don't affect the Wi-Fi signal. You guys know I live in the middle of nowhere essentially. So it does affect it from time to time. Drink a cup of this coffee real quick. You find it yet? Let's get
Yep,
it.
I'm about to pull it up right now.
Yeah, because compounding is huge. Once you really get a grasp and really understand how to compound, it doesn't have to just be well, if you think about it, we essentially are compounding in life if we're doing it right. You know what I mean? So whether that's actually pull up the Try to pull up the website. I want you to actually like input it so they can actually see it, versus the screenshot, so they can see it ain't just some screenshot we done got off Google. So I see my boy Mr. Curry out there. Love you, man. Miss you, man. I'm gonna see you soon. See you soon. I'll probably be heading down to LA sometime towards the end of the month or beginning of next month. I haven't dialed that all the way in yet, but that's the plan anyway. Come on, Mr. Go Getter.
Well, I had 1,000 ads popping up. I had to close them out.
Oh, okay. And just so you guys know, this ain't no presentation. This ain't no like I say, we stepping kind of away from the whole, I know everybody's been in things and seen things, and I don't want the MLM feel, you know what I mean? I just want to come on here, talk to you guys in the morning. We're going to be on here Monday through Thursday. We'll be looking at the market, what's going on in the market, looking at some news, giving a little bit of nuggets, talking about the PAM, talking about today. I'm going to talk a little later about just the right investing mindset and being, having your mindset in the right area, so you can really take advantage of a lot of these things. I know it comes across, you guys, everybody, because of what's out there in social media and with these influencers and all this kind of, I'm gonna go ahead and say crap. Because it gives people a false expectation, that you put a little bit in and you're gonna make a whole lot. Money principles don't work like that. The key is being smart, having a plan, and just building it up over time. You know what I mean? Elevating, what I call scaling. Actually, you got to compound up. Great. Go ahead and go through that so everyone can kind of see. Just with the PAM, the stuff we've been working on in the background, that we are actually in control of, and that we want to help people, truly help people get to that next level. So you guys just stay tuned for all that. Go ahead, Chris. I'm going to go ahead and pass it back to you so you can show this, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about the market.
Yes, sir. All right. So with the compound calculator, like we always say, our strategy, what we suggest to everyone, start with $500. Again, you can start with as little as $100, but we always suggest 500 just because it helps you get there faster. At 15% monthly for 3 years with additional 200 a month. Not too much, a little bit easy for everybody to actually be able to do. And thought I did 3 years. Sorry, everybody. I'm a little slow this morning. All right. And let's do 0.5% a day because the compounding doesn't just compound 1 month or once a month, it compounds daily. So.
Yeah, man. I think we got a celebrity in the building. Oh,
look at him.
You already doing your hair?
Man, it's a little heavy, man. I got to put it up, put it down,
Mine give me about 6 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
One of them, once I do that next withdrawal at the PAM, I'm thinking about getting that little piece. That piece they glue on there. And
don't do it to you. Don't do it to yourself.
Hey, if you're gonna do that, you might as well go with the spray paint everybody be doing with the little white chalk line.
Don't do it. Oh, okay. Don't do it. I don't know if anybody watching, but y'all think I should go ahead and get the little piece? If you do think I see my bro DC. See, that's why I love DC. DC, he keep it 100. He like James.
Put it, don't do it in the chat, y'all. Don't do it in the chat.
Oh, see, I love DC. Hey, DC, I'm gonna find a spot. Are you still out in the Santa Monica area? If so, I'm gonna find us a spot where we meet halfway. We can go ahead and get fresh. Go ahead and line it up again. I remember them days, man. I miss that.
You can still line it up.
Yeah. Somewhat. Nicole, do it.
No, Nicole. No.
Show me some love.
Don't
These
encourage
brothers are hating. They hating because they still run around here with ponytails and stuff. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry.
it. Oh, you got it, Chris. Good.
Yeah, we can do that too, huh? I can get it done here and then tie it on up. Yeah, that could
Yeah,
work.
good. Just get it in the top and the center.
Let me show y'all something while we wait, but it'll be done.
Oh, you
Getting the
setting
lighting
up. Yeah.
so we can get our little sessions going.
Hey, getting it together.
Yeah,
Looking
have a
good.
little sessions, man. Just gotta, we gotta get a alcoholic beverage of our choice. Not just you know, I'm doing on this podcast now.
DC said, get a piece on the side and swoosh it over the top.
Oh, the Nike.
Hey, just do it.
Right?
Amen.
All right, Chris, talk
All right,
about it, man.
so
Talk about it.
So with the compound calculator, all right. So $500 initial investment. And we do 500 just because it's a good, not small, not big number. Again, you can put as little as 100. Me personally, I started off with 1,000 just because in 36 months the numbers, were a lot better. But say you start off with 500, 0.5% daily. Because you got to think about it like a lot of people ask, why don't we do 15% a month? Because the compounding is not once a month. It compounds daily. So you get a return every day and that's added to your principal and then it compounds. So that's why we use the daily instead of the monthly, just to explain to everybody. I've had a bunch of people ask me the question. They're like, well, you're not doing it right. That's the reason that we do it is because that compounding is daily and 0.5% daily is an average of 15% a month, just to explain it.
Mr. Gilmore's educated. I see that. I see you. I see you. I see you.
0.5% daily, 3 years. Additional 200 a month. 200 isn't hard. We always say cut out something that's, a guilty pleasure or something that you really don't need, but you do anyway, and you can get 200 a month. It's worth it for your future. Look at these numbers.
Buy some eggs, man. Just go buy some eggs. Yeah. Don't spend $200.
Cook a couple of days out the month instead of, going fast food every day. Look at these numbers and tell me it's not worth it. I cut out Chick-fil-A, I'll cut out steaks, I'll cut out whatever I need to cut out to get that number in 3 years. 327,000, and all you deposited total was your initial 572 additional. So $7,700 turns into 327, almost $328,000. Look at the return. Where are you going to get 16,246% return in 3 years? Look at that. You ain't getting that nowhere. The bank gonna give you, I think they just did a study and it's like 0.56% now. It used to be like 0.45. 0.56% in general across all the different banks. It's nothing. It's not worth it. They're using your money to make money and not giving you nothing off of it. Why not use your money to make money for yourself? So initial deposit, $500. First month, you're adding $200. Your interest is $106 on that in the first month. That gives you a total of $806. Again, add 200 and your interest is $153, brings your balance to $1,159. So we don't want to talk about the first few months because even though it is a good interest, look what it does in 12 months. It turns your interest per month $1,200. You've only invested $2,900. Your interest that you've got in those 12 months is $6,600. And again, you started with 500. You're adding 200 a month, so you've only added 2,900, and you've got 6,600 in interest. That's double your money in interest in 12 months, and your balance is 9,000. Let's jump down to 24 because that's where it starts getting really, really good.
That's the hot spot.
Yeah, interest every month, not once, not once a year, every month, $7,752, and all you've invested is $5,300. Look how much interest you've gained over 24 months, $53,427. Your account balance is $58,727 at month 24, and all you put in is $5,300. Now, you really want to get excited, this is why we keep pushing 36 months. Because if you let it compound for 36 months, you see what it did in 24. Look at 36. Who wouldn't want this? You've put in $7,700 total. Your interest every single month is $43,281. I could take care of me, my 5 daughters, my 4 grandkids, 48,000 or 43,000 a
Me?
month.
You take care of me too.
Well, you gonna have the same amount of money, so we gonna be taking care of each other.
Okay,
You know, we gonna do that thing. We gonna grow, and you know, we gonna take over the world. Hey, so so in those 36 months, the amount of interest that you've gained is 320,000. Again, 320,000. That's just putting your money to work for you, and all you've put in is 7,700 over those 36 months. They can have my 7,700. They finna give me 320,000 in interest. Your account balance is 327,000. And at month 36, what I plan on doing is I'm gonna leave my principal in there. I'm gonna pull my interest out every month, or maybe not even all of it, whatever I need to live at the time, and and keep running my business and keep building, the brand and keep building the future for my family. I want to build financial freedom for all of them, and where they don't have to work. And believe me, they're in the PAM too, so they're doing the same thing. But I want to leave. I'm building a legacy. 43,000 a month. I could pull out 20,000 a month, leave the rest, and it'll still keep building. But if I needed to, I could pull out that 43,000 a month and still have 327 in my account and get 43,000 every month. If that doesn't excite you, if that doesn't pique your interest, if that doesn't want you to figure out or find out more about what we're talking about or get in, I don't know what will excite you, because that right there excites me. That right there, that shows me the future for my family.
So you telling me, man, I'm not risking no $100 to maybe make $30,000 a month. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you are. I'll come knock on your door, sir. $100? Yeah.
I don't think you call that.
I know. I'm just clowning around.
You know what? It's so crazy though when you really break it down. And man, you did a fantastic job, go getter, breaking it down. But when you really break it down and you really break down the psychology and the misconception of money based on lack of education, right? It's not based off of you don't continuously want to talk about how you was brought up and blah blah blah. I remember my wife, some people. I remember they were talking about our kids, and my wife said, just because they black, they got to talk about their struggles, and now why they are where they're at versus they didn't have to have struggles. Everybody don't have to have struggles, right? So, and I'm saying that to say and bringing it all around, bringing it all together. At the end of the day, no, Chris, come back on. We need to see you. We need you on here.
Sorry, I had a grandkid pulling on my shirt tail, man.
Oh, okay.
I got a house full of grandkids right now.
But at the end of the day, man, just really looking at the fact that you could really take $200 and understand that there's a great possibility those 3 years will happen, right? And that's why I think the misconception, the fear is like, I don't have 3 years to keep saving $100. Yes, you do, right?
Right.
You do. You'd have done this 3 years ago, right? Right? What if what if we'd have done it? I think about all the time. I was the main one in Bitcoin back in 2015. Had all them Bitcoins screaming, "Get Bitcoin, get Bitcoin! It's gonna go to the moon." What if I'd have held all that Bitcoin to where it is today?
Right,
man.
I wouldn't even be on this Zoom.
No, you'd be sitting in the background somewhere watching us.
Right? Well, no, but you know what? I still love educating. I mean, I still held on to some of it, but at the end of the day, this is what we have, man. And a lot of times I think people, because they're so used to the with them, what's in it for me, right? With them. Everybody's so used to with them.
Yep.
And when there are some people that really just want people to win and see what's really out there. And that's what our community is really all about. Because, through our mentorship, and we've realized it ain't about what you're doing for yourself. It's really about how many more people you're helping. because that's going to equal the long-term success of whatever you're doing anyway, right? I mean, when you start bringing in God's principles to what we're doing and really breaking it down from that perspective, because I really want people to understand too, because especially, and I'm, you know me, I'm always going to keep it a buck. You know, our people always, when they get to seeing us doing stuff, we out here trying to get them. You know what I'm saying? We out here trying to, but somebody else can come on here and they be like, "Oh, I'm all in. Yes, this is thank you, God." You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, your $100 don't change nobody's situation, but it could possibly change your situation, or 200, whatever you're doing inside of the PAM. You know, just on some real talk. You know, because for me and people like me, we like real talk. People, I don't want the BS. I don't want the hype. Tell me the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? And let me make my decision. And I think that's the way it's supposed to be. And I'm just, you know, kind of commenting from the perspective of the way you explained it, Chris, because you explained it real. You know what I'm saying? You ain't up here with the hype and all that. And for those that's sick and tired, because I know me, I mean, I'm doing decent, but I'm still sick and tired. I'm still sick and tired. I don't know about y'all, but I'm still sick and tired, man. I think I'm at a point, I've been able to see a lot in terms of traveling. I want to travel more. I don't know if anybody out there maybe watching this, do you want to travel? Do you want your time? Right? These are the things that give us our time, because we have been lied to. Let's just call it whatever you want to call it. We've been lied to. We've been told, get up, go to work, go home, cook dinner, go to bed, get up, go to work, go home, cook dinner, go to bed, get up, go to work, cook dinner, go to bed, get up, man. And then you die.
Basically, give your life away. Basically, giving your life away.
I looked at, you know, my father-in-law, rest in peace. We just laid him down, my wife's father, and that man gave his life to the post office. That man used to drive an hour and a half to work, pay for fast track, which was another $20 each way, and an hour and a half back home. Then retired, barely had enough, because you're getting 30%, 40, maybe 50% of what you was getting, and you worked, didn't have enough, and then died 4 years later. I mean, it really opened me up to, you know, because I don't know if you're watching at home, but type in why. Why are you even want to, what? Because see, the thing to me, Camille and Chris, is like mentoring and coaching for as long as I have. The people that I've helped succeed really was the people that had a purpose.
Right.
Money ain't never been enough. Wanting money ain't never been enough. We all want money. Is that a fact? We all wanted money.
Right.
I see some names on here that have more potential than Jeff Bezos, but for some reason they never was able to get the money. Because something is not driving you enough. Something is not driving you enough to take the risk, right? Something's not driving you enough to say, I'm gonna focus. Something's not driving you enough to say, I'm not gonna give up. You gotta have something to drive you further than that. And when we got together, we just got sick and tired of the industry.
Right.
We got sick and tired of people losing their money. We got sick and tired of us losing our own damn money, right?
Right.
We got sick and tired of, built our name up. I built my name up for years and years and years, stayed with the same companies forever. And then obviously the game has changed. And we got together and we said, look, we can't make no guarantees, but we guarantee we're going to fight for you like we're going to fight for ourselves. That's the guarantee. And if that guarantee is enough, then you're going to rock with us, right? So with that being said, I'm just saying, in this space that we're in now, in these times that we're in now, people have not woke up and looked around and seen what's going on in this world, and not on fire to try something different. Is not on fire to say, you know what, I'm willing to take a risk. This is all risky. People come and say, you know, my neighbors, you know, man, all these guys around me own companies. They ain't never home. They never have time with their families. And they ask me, what the hell do you do? What the hell do you do? How are you at home? You've been at home 11 years since we bought this house. You've been there 11 years. You at home every day. How are you at home? How's your family at home every day? And it's that drive, it's that want, it's that need. But more importantly, time. And I want everybody that's listening to understand this is not about money. This is about owning your time. And if you got other ways for us to own our time, we want to know it. We want to learn it. Because there's nothing like owning your time. There's nothing like owning your time. Sorry about that. I know I'm right.
Oh no, preach.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, man, we shouldn't even have to beg nobody to want better for themselves. We understand it's risk, but it's risk at your job. The CEO of your company could say today, I'm done. Shut the doors, and that's it. Right? And then when I understood the numbers of my time being bought at wholesale and sold at retail, I said, no, I gotta write my own numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta write my own numbers. And I'm gonna take that risk. I'm gonna gamble on me.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's what we have to do. But I agree with everything you said.
And it's really the time, man. That time.
$100. Y'all better make me rich. Here.
In 10 minutes. Yeah,
I won't do nothing else. All right? But y'all better make me rich.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the mentality, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm preaching to the choir. I ain't talking about nobody but myself. When I'm speaking to me. I got to get in here and I got to learn from you, Camille. You put the stuff out there for us to learn. I gotta say, you know what? Dancing with the Stars is not more important than learning generational wealth.
Mm-hmm.
I watch you go in the market for 20 minutes and be good for a week. I watch this. I physically watch this. But I'm over here watching Dancing with the Stars. I want to hear about the new song Kendrick dropping.
He dropped another one? No.
I like Drake too. I don't want that to. But man, anyway.
No, that's 100% true. It's really I think it's a struggle of belief is what it is. I was watching something yesterday and it's talking about even with like trading and learning to invest. What do you see as your barriers? What is your belief barrier? A lot of the time, I think a lot of people out here just don't either think they're worthy, they deserve it, which is understandable because in certain communities, all you see all day is you turn on the TV and the news, all you seeing is things telling you ain't ish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what happens psychologically in the back of your mind without you even knowing it, you think all you put here to do is you're going to work your job or do whatever you do for money, right? Scrape by with bills and trying to figure it out every month. And then you're just going to grow old and die. Some of us, like the 3 people on the Zoom that I see, Mr. Goget, Mr. Wiggins, that ain't enough. There's a lot of things I see like that just baffle me. Like, I get the 9-to-5 grind, but just being happy with just that I don't understand it. I can't do it. That baffles me because I think about how long are you gonna be able to do that? Like in my profession and what I've been doing as a chef and restaurant owner, and it's like working construction. But as you get older, them feet ain't feeling like they used to feel. Them knees and that lower back ain't feeling like it used to feel. You know what I mean? You used to remember talking mess about your older siblings, your parents, and be like, "Oh man, you old." Now you're waking up like, "Ooh, ah."
Feeling all of it.
Feeling all of it. You know what I mean? And you should have that fear that you don't want to get to 60, 70 years old and can't even move, can't walk without a chair or a cane or something like that. You know what I mean? And then that's when most people retire, and that's the only time they have to travel. They can't even really enjoy it the way they want to because their body toe up.
Yep.
You know, body
Yep.
toe up, beat up, versus I know they preach 401k, 401k. There's a reason for that. Check your tax code. But imagine doing the investments and putting, you know, 30% of your income to work, but you control it. You control the investments. You're scaling up yourself because now you have a community that you're starting to get the knowledge of how to do it, how to do it, how to do it. See, for me, I actually want to share my screen because there's a lie out there that I'm sure a lot of y'all believe because that's what they've been telling y'all. Let me see here. Let me see if it's going to show up. Let me know if it shows up, Chris. Oh, I can see it. Hold on.
It's on there. Yes, sir.
This is technology. All right, cool. You know that there's a lie out there that 95% of traders are new traders or traders that start trading or people that start trading, you know, 90% of them fail. So they want you to believe there's only a 5% chance you even gonna make any money, right? That's a lie. There's a few reasons, right? It's actually success rate is about 30 to 40% actually. But the reason the majority of people fail at investing, trading is because they stop. They lose a little change, or you know, they don't put value in what it can really do for their life, and they stop. I know traders now that put in trades once a week, once every 2 weeks, and they are getting the bag majorly. You know, I know traders that put in trades all day, every day. You know what I mean? All throughout the week, and they're getting the bag majorly. So it really just depends on, you know, what fits you and your lifestyle, right? So the myths of trading is gambling. Trading is only gambling when you don't have the skill set because you're just pressing buttons. You're going to have a good day. You're going to have 3 bad days, and this ain't for me, and you're going to quit. Ain't it interesting how everything that don't work or you say is this or say is that, the one common denominator is you and you quitting. Versus, you know, keep on plugging away, right? Fear of taking risk. We all understand a lot of people work hard for their money and, you know, they got to do a lot of things with their money. But you also got to understand that if you don't put your money to work, you're going to be like those people where you're not traveling, you're not living life until you get older. Or even if you have a good job where you're making a ton of money, if you don't go into work, you ain't making a ton of money. You know, you don't have that same income versus if you're able to generate your income and from right now to the end of the year, compound it. Next year, compound it. Now you're putting yourself in a whole new tax bracket, and now you're putting your whole life in a whole nother situation, right? Can't stay consistent. It's probably number one, and it's something probably we all struggle with. You know, life happens, things happen. I tell a lot of my guys, like, when they tell me what's going on in their lives and that type of thing, because that seems to be like who I am. I'm always that facilitator for that, right? So I say something because I'm a tough love kind of guy, you know. I tell them don't feel special, man. I actually say it a little different, but I ain't gonna say that on here. But I tell them basically life happens to everybody. You know what I mean? The way I look at it, the more money you make or the more income you have, just your issues cost a lot more than somebody that doesn't have that income. But you're going to go through the same things. You're going to go through family drama, you know, bills coming out of nowhere, that type of thing, right? I am too old or I am too young. This is why I like the Forex more than anything, because you can start accounts for like $50, $100. So there's a low barrier entry. There's no age to learning, is what I want to tell you. Not to mention you should always be learning. So there's no age to it, right? So trading isn't meant for me. I kind of talked about that, and that's just a psychological thing that society has beaten your head, and you just been hearing it and been beaten up because you haven't been in the right circles. That now it's a part of your life, and now you believe it. You know what I mean? So the market is against me in the last one. You got to understand that's why I love the market, because it's the greatest equalizer, right? Because the market don't care, don't know your name, don't know where you live, don't know your income, don't know nothing about you, right? So the market's going to do whatever the market's going to do regardless. Our only job for those who actually want to learn this skill set is to find small pockets of areas where the market says, I'm going to give you some money. That's it. You're not trying to trade the market all day. You're not trying to be on here doing all that kind of stuff. We got to simplify this process. We got to simplify, just investing in general, So even like if you're a business owner, like I am, right? At the end of the day, you own the job. Sorry to tell you, but you own the job. Because if you don't walk in them doors, ain't no money being made, right? Money. Even if you got employees, employee gets sick and you sick at the same time, guess what? We closed, right? So you simply own the job. So you got to take some of that money and get it to work and get it to work and get it to working, right? And that's kind of what the PAM is for. The PAM is really, I call it the entry level to investing. So it's at a price where anybody can do it. It's simple enough where there's not a whole bunch of effort that has to go into it. So it's just kind of getting your feet wet, right? And then from there, you kind of decide what you want to do. You know what I mean? If you want to just keep on that path and just have accounts where you're compounding, or do you really want to make some big money and take some of that compounding money, learn the skill, from the money that you make off learning the skill, you put more of that into your compounding. So now you're building some wealth beyond you. And that's really what it is for me, is building wealth beyond me. You know what I mean? So when I'm no longer here, there's still something there. So I pass it back to actually Chris. What you over there doing?
Listening to y'all preach, man. Y'all giving that wisdom.
Yeah, man. And it's just super exciting because we're just kind of in a space where it's interesting how all three of us, came together, and everybody, we've been behind the scenes really grinding for real. And really putting all this stuff together for everyone in the community. So I'm just super excited about where we're going, the direction. I will be putting out a schedule today. And like I was saying earlier, I'm going to switch up the times. I'm going to be in the market in the evenings. I think that's going to help work out a little bit better for people that are all over the place. Meaning West Coast, East Coast, Central. I do have that schedule ready, so I'm going to put it in the chats. The group. And we're going to start with basics. And, but you got to have that membership, man. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Got to have that membership. So let's go to Special K, tradewithspecialk.com. Check out the website. You scroll down to the bottom. There's 2 levels that you can actually get into, depending on just how much time you feel you have. Because what's going to happen is once you start diving in a little bit, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. You ain't going to want to do nothing else.
At all.
Look at Troy. Look what you did to my bro, Troy. I grew up with Troy.
You ain't going to want to do nothing else. You got to think about it. You can actually sit at home and make the money you make on your job or do whatever. You can be out and about flying somewhere and, in a whole
living life.
Still doing what you're doing to generate money and different things like that. You know what I mean? So for me, it's all about the lifestyle and the freedom. It ain't about the flashy for me, because everybody knows me. I'm probably the simplest. I'm just not. That's just me, my personality. But that don't mean I don't like good things. I don't like quality and different things like that. I'm just an under the radar kind of guy. So that's just who it is.
Best way to be, stay in the background.
What's that saying? Y'all trying to make money to be seen. I'm trying to make money to disappear.
100%.
Man, go live
100.
Yes, sir.
Real quick, I wanted to make a mention. An edition that's coming to Trade with Special K, and actually tonight we're gonna do a soft release with Double Vision. Is we have sought out and a way for self-employed people to if you filed your taxes to get tax credit, and we're talking up to $32,000. And so and what we've been able to do with our partner is securitize it now. So that means that if you are approved, we will lend the money to you. So you don't even have to wait 6 months. There's no money up front at all. You don't pay a dime out of your pocket for nothing. We do everything as long as you self-employed, Schedule SC, and you had a net profit of over $3,000. We can and potentially get you up to 32,000. And if you're married, you and your wife, right? So that's gonna be added to the Trade with Special K site. Again, that's absolutely free. Well, what I mean free, you don't pay nothing up front. And now we have the lending aspect to it. If you ship, 70% off at FedEx, all these cool little things that we're bringing to our community. So again, tap in. You can hop on there. You can get the link. Everything's online. Boom, and it's pretty cool. And with that money, obviously that's your money. But if you trying to expand your business, you want to invest more, whatever you want to do, you will have the ability to.
Yeah, that's what everyone to kind of realize when you hear that. Understand how this is almost a financial circle.
Yes.
Everything is feeding into everything. So that way you're leveling up, and you have, even more income or, money in the bank to be able to put, a percent here, a percent there, keep a percent here, that type of thing. So it's really changing your mindset to understand. And like, I've talked to a lot of wealthy people, right? It seems like when I ask to hear their story, because I want to hear their story because I'm learning from it, right? I'm learning little things from each individual one. What I realize is that they all may not be saying the same thing the same way, but they're saying the same thing. So a lot of people look at, the people you see on TV or the people you know of. Understand, for every person you see on TV, there's probably 100 other ones that you don't hear about. That probably got more. Actually, they do got more because they got peace of mind. They ain't got to be in the public eye all the time. But what I realized is there's a science to it. You know what I mean? It's a science. So even no matter where your income level is, if you took that science and just applied it to what you have and just continue to scale up, those are all kind of a lot of the principles that we're going to be showing you guys and teaching you guys. So I would just say stay plugged in. Definitely go to the site. We actually have a free Forex guide there also. So you can just download it, put your email address in, download that. And on the 18th, we're actually going to be doing a Forex Mastery event. So make sure it's at 10 a.m. on the 18th. Make sure you're getting the chats or getting the groups or reach out to one of us. We're actually going to put the flyer all over the place today too. So that way you can see the website is actually, can you put that in the chat for me, Mr. Gilmore?
About to do it right now.
Thank you, sir. So if you go there, you have to register. It will not be live streamed. I mean, we'll probably recut it and eventually throw out little bits and pieces, but there's nothing like being front row. So we're going into a lot of things. So you definitely want to hop on there. Remember, that'll be the 18th at 10 a.m. And we're going to get ready to get it in. So I don't know if you gentlemen have anything else you want to leave to the people.
I mean, like James said, we are going to be adding different things to the tradewithspecialk.com. Make sure you go check it out. We're adding new things all the time. All of the stuff that we're building in the background, are starting to come to fruition. So you guys want to be a part of this. And like Special K said, you're going to be able to utilize the things that we're building to build other things. So, the tax credits and all these different things, you'll be able to take that income and put it in so that it can let your money make money for you. It's what we always preach. Let your money make money for you so that you can have that financial freedom. I mean, they pretty much said everything. I just wanted to touch on that. Make sure you go to tradewithspecialk.com. Check out the site, keep up with everything. I will put the link in the chat so that everybody has it. Other than that, anybody else has anything else to say?
I think I'll just let some cats out the bag. And also, just so you guys can get an idea of the scope of what we're trying to do, right? So there's going to be lending, business owners, different things. We're going to teach you how to trade. We're going to teach you how to compound your money. We got the tax credit for those people that were sole proprietors that own their own business, right? I know for sure credit's coming, right? So I want you to really just kind of think about, the place and the seat that you're actually in right now, right? So just kind of grasp around that and understand the possibilities. Just think about the possibilities if everything worked out. I know we always think about the possibilities. We always focus on, what if it don't? What if it don't? What if it don't? My daddy told me, just throw enough paint on the wall. You only got to be right one time, right? This time I know the three of us are right because we're in control and we're actually pushing, with a genuine cause. We really want to see people elevate and win. So, Mr. Wiggins, you got any financial?
I just been online trying to get my hair done. Just trying to find it.
Get that comb over. Get that comb over.
You gonna take DC with you?
Yeah.
All right. All right, cool. All right, again, make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube. We're streaming on YouTube right now too, so make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Find us on all social medias. We're on everything. You know what I mean? So we have a group on Facebook. If you're not in the group, it's just Trade with Special K. Just request to join and we will add you. Everyone have a great and blessed rest of your day and have a powerful week.
Have a good one, everybody.
Bye-bye.